What's up everyone, MK Tom Brady here. In this video, you won't believe what we're going to discuss. We are actually going to discuss new content by way of a major leak. New content for Mortal Kombat 11. Now, if you've been living under a rock, you probably haven't heard of this leak, but it's everywhere. It's on every forum, everywhere being discussed about. Pretty much anywhere Mortal Kombat 11 is being discussed. And it seems like forever since we've had content. Aftermath came out early May. We're about to hit early October, so it's really only been just shy of 5 months. Right about 5 months, not quite. Which normally isn't long for a fighting game. But because we've been wanting something new for so long for MK11 and, teasers and, not teasers, I said troll posts from Ed Boon and hints from Ed Boon. We've been waiting like, what's the news? Are we getting anything? And finally, some major news has dropped. So in this news is you've got character skins, new characters for an upcoming Kombat Pack. I guess you would call it Kombat Pack 3 because Aftermath technically was an expansion, not a Kombat Pack. So with that being said, let's take a look at the news. So this was leaked yesterday. And it's got, for one, new characters: Harley Quinn, Smoke, Takeda, Michael Myers, Melina, Sector. For skins, you have Braveheart Fujin, Movie Katana, Classic Sindel, Classic Fujin, Movie Raiden, Movie Liu Kang, Movie Shang Tsung, Outworld Warrior Kotal Khan, Shao Kahn Classic, Outworld Warrior Katana, Gremlin Collector, Movie Johnny Cage. Now, before we get onto the characters, the skins seem really cool. I like the idea of a Robin Shao Liu Kang. I'm assuming the Raiden they're going to go with is the MK1 movie, the Christopher Lambert Raiden, I'm assuming. I like the Gremlin Collector. That's pretty cool. It fits a Halloween theme, and if there's any character you're going to turn into the Gremlin, I would certainly go with Collector. Movie Johnny Cage. So yeah, the actor that played Johnny Cage in the first movie, I could use that skin. He was pretty cool. He brought a lot of life to Johnny Cage. I would probably play, or if I was a Cage main, I would much rather play, or if I'm a fan of the game, just watching, see that Johnny Cage rather than the one we have. Okay, so characters. This is really where, to me, I think this is legitimate. Because Harley Quinn makes sense. People say, why not Batman? Why not put Batman's everywhere. Everywhere all the time. And for those who don't know, back in Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, they actually wanted to put Harley Quinn in the game, and they never did by way of a patch. It was going to be her and Quan Chi. So, seeing Harley Quinn here is not that much of a surprise. And it makes sense. Joker's in the game. Why not put in Harley? Smoke has been one of the more requested characters in this game. He was in MKXL, and you would think, well, people just got Smoke. Why not put Rain in? Because you see a lot of requests for Rain as well. But Smoke is a pretty popular Mortal Kombat character, so this does not surprise me. Takeda, I don't know if they're going to do another expansion story-wise with this, much like they did Aftermath. But if they did, I could see Takeda making a lot of sense, just because maybe they do another story, a little expand on that, throw Takeda in there. I don't think they will, but maybe his ending will kind of work into the story mode of the game, right? So his ending, obviously he won't have his, he won't be in the story mode, but his ending would, coincide with, whatever's going on with, Kenshi dead and everything. So it's interesting to see how he's going to fit in there. I can't see another expansion because somebody had mentioned to me, hey, do you think maybe with Takeda they will maybe expand on the story, throw some of these characters in there like Melina as well? I don't believe so. So I don't think we're going to get a story expansion, but I do think their endings will kind of tie into the canon part of the story. Michael Myers makes a lot of sense to me, and here's why. For those who don't know, Michael Myers, before there was Jason Voorhees, before there was Freddy Krueger, so before Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street, you had Halloween and Michael Myers. Movies like Friday the 13th came out after Halloween as a way to cash in on the success of Halloween and Michael Myers. So by that way, he was really the first of all those guys. And if you're doing something for Halloween, Michael Myers has to be in the game. That's it. Melina is probably the most requested character since Mortal Kombat 11 launched. And of course, it was kind of a troll to a lot of the people, asking for Melina by putting her in the Katana Friendship. And then a lot of people were like, well, the graphic for Melina is in the game. So it just makes a lot of sense. Sector is quite an interesting character. In theory, he is already on your game. However, he's not separated into variation, nothing like that. Both Cyrex and Sector are playable on your game right now. If you have like the PC version, you're able to, with like a hack, play those characters. However, they're not separated into variations. They don't have custom moves, like for custom variations to be made. It's just, they're flat moves. There's no like variation system and like no variation 1, 2, 3, etc. None of that. Overall, I think I'm pretty pleased with a lot of this here. We've had Mortal Kombat 11 has had a ton of skins. If you play Combat League, you're surely tired of reskin after reskin. These are pretty original skins, not reskins of stuff. I really like the originality here. I think they're really cool. The character choices, I think, are very, very good. Oftentimes, a lot of people thought like who could possibly be in. And sometimes you get a character and you're like, it doesn't really move you. All these characters are really cool. And this is the combat pack that I could see myself trying out pretty much all these characters because they really, really interest me. Now, that being said, there's no news here on gameplay changes. Now, obviously, gameplay changes don't go out in leaks like this, right? This is just new content as far as character skins, like what you're getting via, MTX, like microtransactions, right? So this is just like, this is going to be the MTX kind of stuff. This stuff is good and will breathe a ton of life into the game. However, that life will be short-lived if there's not also changes to the game. Now, here's my issue here. Some people may say, well, Tom, what if they don't really change anything, but Harley Quinn and Smoke, Takeda, Michael Myers, Melina, Sector are just these unbelievable breath of fresh air characters. And they make them the way we've wanted this game to be made. Great options across all three variations. They play their own meta. Besides the basics, they have their own secondary and tertiary meta on top of the primary basics. It would break the game. Because then you would have a handful of characters who are fun to play and are very, very good because they have options. And the rest of the cast would just be not very good. Outside of the characters we have now that are good, like upgraded Jackie, Joker, Liu Kang, Cetrion, etc. Those characters that have options. But the Shao Kahns of the world will just sink further and further and further down. So, while obviously I want this for these characters, what I also want are the gameplay tweaks that we've been hoping for. This is a huge leak. I want to assume that it's true and credible. It seems about that time for content. Some of these leaks we had in the past that were like 6 months away from us getting content just didn't seem credible. With new content maybe a few weeks away, I expect the announcement of a trailer confirming this, and the announcement of a combat cast, if not several of them. and then by mid-October for a lot of this content to start rolling out. It is certainly an exciting time for Mortal Kombat 11. Again, we have hope. Good stuff, skins and characters for MTX stuff. You know, microtransaction or, Kombat Pack, however you want to microtransaction it. Maybe the skins are, part of the skins are in the Kombat Pack and then you got to buy the rest a la carte, or maybe all the skins are a la carte and just the characters are in the Kombat Pack. Who knows how they're going to do it. Good MTX options. Now we have hope that obviously if they're doing this, there's high potential for a major patch coming with the game. Will it be the overhaul we want? All we can do is wait, pray, and hope. But let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I want to thank all you guys for all the support that you give me. Thank you for taking the time to watch all my videos. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate all the love and all the support. And I'll be, as soon as we get more news, I'll be right on top of it. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time, and stay tuned for more content.